Hello everyone, today I'm going to be messing around, and let me do something real quick. I'm going to redesign my character. And then after that, I'm going to let you guys take 1 minute of looking at my character. Let's get started. Alright, nice.
Everyone. So I've been making videos for a while now, and the majority of them teach you how to build in Minecraft. But after going around a few servers and taking a look at some normal builds, I realized that people are still making the same mistakes over and over again. So I thought, this time I'm going to teach you how not to build, so that you can avoid making mistakes. If you actively think, I shouldn't do this, you'll probably logically come to a much better design conclusion. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to be showing you the cardinal sins and the definitely don't do's of building. And the first one is probably one of the
Alright
most
guys,
common.
let's begin.
Ignore the shape and everything else for now. Just look at the fact that it is one block. They have only used one block to make this house, and by they I mean me. To show you the point, I've seen loads of these block houses just made of the same material. You have to use a variety of blocks. If it's just the same one, it has nothing for the eyes to break out. And on top of that, even if you use the same blocks, you need to make sure that the walls are not completely flat. I will just demonstrate how you can improve a simple build like this, which is based on just a vanilla village, by adding some depth to the walls. By moving this wall backwards with a frame around the outside, and by replacing those glass blocks with panes, you add a slight variation on the depth, and it just makes it so much better to look at. And on top of that, you can add overhangs on the roof, and again, it just improves it. Even though the design of this house is fairly mediocre, you can improve it so much just by not having flat walls.
Look at my Roblox character.
While it has depth,
I know.
it doesn't have
Awesome.
the block choices that you need, what we call a palette.
What do you think about it?
A good selection of blocks. You'd actually be surprised how many houses I've seen where they've used blocks like this that just look horrible. I don't know why. Maybe people just want to live out of
this is my Roblox
account. House. I'm not sure why, but it's definitely something to take into consideration. Next up is the most pivotal point of this video, which is the shape. The biggest mistake I see is people making houses much like this one, which are completely square. They might have a bit of framework, they might have used different blocks with some glass panes, but ultimately it's just a big rectangle box. And that is probably the biggest cardinal sin, and I want to elaborate on this a little bit further. So if you take a shape like this, which is way better than just a single rectangle, the house itself looks so much better even when you use exactly the same style with the limited framework and the glass panes. And I want to run a little bit of an experiment here. I've asked BotBox, one of the crew members, to help me. So what I'm going to do is give him this palette here, which is a fairly standard one, and I'm going to give him two shapes. The first one is going to be a big rectangle on the floor, and I'm going to ask him to build two houses in identical style to see which one looks better, one with the rectangular shape or one with a much more varied base layer. And he even tried to add some shape to it, which I told him to remove on the second layer because he had to make it completely rectangular to demonstrate.
This is my Roblox account character.
Add shape no matter what. But nevertheless,
everyone,
he made a very good
I will be doing a giveaway.
Out of the blocks that I gave
my giveaway is, if you ask me, calm down, and if you have anybody's, if you could and do anything like this,
and did various
put
angles, and now I'm going to add
put things around like
and a few more
give me
layers
Robux.
so that
Give
he has
me
something to
a lot
work
of
with.
Robux.
So off he goes,
And
working to exactly the
and
same
when you give me a
style.
lot
This
of
is the whole
Robux,
point of the experiment, to show that
the more
the
Robux I
shape
get,
of
the
the
more.
house alone
And
makes
the
such
giveaway
a
is
big
gonna be about
difference. So as you can see, the house itself
$5,000 to
buildings
one
the
lucky
same
winner
town, and no one
who
would
likes
ever
this
claim
video.
the block choices are the same, the detailing
Turn
is
on
the same. All that
notifications
has
so
been
you never
changed
miss a
is the
video.
shape of the
And
house itself.
and that's pretty
On the
much
left
it.
here, you can see
And
how
subscribe
he's
to
used
this
different
channel.
levels of the bits jutting out from the
And
main building
like
to add some
I
variation.
always say,
And what
peace.
essentially this does is funnels your eyes to the middle of the building. On a completely rectangular one, you're just hit with the building. But everything that juts out from the main one really focuses your eyes onto the main thing, meaning it's completely complementary. Thank you very much, BotBox. I think that has completely proven the point. Comparing them side by side, I would definitely say the one on the right is way more interesting to look at, and it looks way more skillful to build. Sorry for that little tangent. And the next one is a very, very simple thing.